Hey everyone, Aparna here. I'm back with day 15 of me painting with acrylics on paper, and so far challenge has been challenging to say the least. Getting to know my supplies better, getting to know how this paper works, how acrylics work on paper. I am used to using acrylic on canvases which are gessoed and primed, and definitely an amazing surface to work on. And here I am trying to paint on paper, and not just paper. I have not applied gesso on it. I just wanted something different. I just wanted to do something different and something more challenging, and I am aware that one can do it. I have done uh, I have applied acrylics twice on paper, and the tiny paintings came out pretty well. I just don't really remember the experience I had on both the occasions, because I remember I was leaving the next day for my vacation, and it was just a quick thing that I did, and the paper, the colors were really lovely and bright. However, in this case, it seems to be a little different. The more I'm applying colors, I am indeed liking it. I'm not denying that, but seems to be a little different. The colors I feel are sort of dulling a bit. They don't seem to be that vibrant. The last time I applied the colors, the paints on paper, it was on white paper, 300 GSM. Uh, One of the papers was 100% cotton, and the other one was I believe 100% cotton, but 200 GSM paper. But it was nice. It was, the colors turned out to be extremely vibrant. However, I am not able to see that level of vibrancy on this paper. This is Viviva colors, 300 GSM, 100% cotton paper. It has a creamy color to it, so I believe it has probably got something to do with that. And but it is exciting. It is exciting. It's something new, and it's an experience, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to get through this sketchbook, and something that I realized from my last work, which you see on the left side, that this paper surprisingly takes blues and greens very well. I feel these are the only colors so far. These are the only colors which I think are making the painting look vibrant, especially when I see it with my own eyes. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up the real colors of my painting, and I don't know how to fix it. I did have an issue um, with how acrylic paintings are being filmed and photographed in this house, and this is an issue that happened, that started, I started to realize sometime around 2023, and things happened. I think I did mention all this in my previous video, that that could have been the reason why I stopped. One of the reasons, I won't say this is the only reason, but one of the reasons why I sort of stopped playing around with acrylics, because I thought I would be looking for a solution to this. I felt that the true colors of my paintings was not captured in my phone. And what happened was that because I couldn't see the true colors. The vibrancy in my photograph and videos was not there, and I was not happy to uh, you know uh, post it, because I could see the beautiful colors in person. I couldn't see it through the eyes of a lens, and I struggled a bit. However, at that time I really wanted to get into sketching and drawing. And what happened was that instead of sorting that problem out, instead of looking for a solution, I just simply gravitated towards a different medium, and that is pen. Well, I have no complaints. It helped me a lot. Um, Handling pen helped me a lot during that time. No regrets. I still draw a lot in my sketchbooks. So, yes, no complaints really. However, that could have been one of the reasons why I sort of stopped gradually, painting with acrylics. And I also realized that certain colors at that time were not showing correctly in my camera or in my videos, and that was concerning for me because I loved my greens, I loved my blues, I absolutely loved my yellows. And when I saw my paintings with my own eyes, they were perfect, meaning they looked lovely and they showed the colors that I wanted to show. However, the issue was only during filming it. So I think I let that take over me. I'm not proud of myself for doing that, but I did want to do sketching because I also felt I needed to improve my drawing skills, and I simply moved on to pens and sort of didn't continue with my acrylics. Now it's been a long time, so I have been dying to paint with acrylics again, and this is how I started my journey all over again with acrylics. And the more I was painting with acrylics, I started noticing the difference, or rather the familiar problem cropping up all over again. Now, I do realize the reason behind it. I am pretty sure about the reason, and the reason is the strong glare that comes through my windows in the room. I have two big windows, and my table is sort of uh, lying in between the two windows. The sun here is very strong, and the windows are actually tinted. And if I'm not wrong, it is probably brownish grayish in color, and the curtains that I have are also warm cream, darker cream in color. The color of the walls are cream. So I think I get the warm hue all over the room. And as you can see here, this time I decided that I will be painting at a different time of the day to see if it makes any difference. It did not really help. If you can see right now on the right side, the sun is actually pouring in from the right side, and it is not the direct rays of the sun. It is actually reflecting from the windows from an apartment which is just next to my house. So as you can see, there are shadows being created here, and this is the painting I was doing around 3 o'clock. I was hoping that it's not going to be like this. So clearly, there is a difference, and it's not as bright and warm. However, there is a shadow, and I was feeling uncomfortable. Very soon, you will see the sun quite literally spreading all over my page. So right now, I don't this time I don't want to give up. Well, to be very honest, last time also I cannot say I gave up. I just chose another medium over acrylic. But the more I'm um, sort of painting, I'm seeing that I need to find a way out. Maybe I'll have to find a way to um, paint in another room which I'm not comfortable, but I need to find a solution. Now, as you can see here, the sun rays are, the light is reflecting very strongly here. I will finally uh, pause this video and I will be pulling my curtains and continuing with my painting. But it did make a difference. I mean, and I was not happy with it. I definitely do not want the light falling at this angle on my artwork. So yes, kind of challenging situation here, because I do realize that during summers in this house, painting with acrylic and taking a photograph of the acrylic work has been challenging. I know it sounds absolutely weird, and I can assure you I have faced it. And right now, as you can see, I am facing it all over again. And this time, however, I would definitely like to find a solution, because I really want to continue with my acrylics. For now, I will be creating a lot of watercolor works as well. I'm having a lot of I've been thinking about it as well. So alongside watercolor, it is just so strange that watercolors are perfectly are being perfectly the colors of watercolor are being perfectly captured by the camera, but not when it comes to acrylic paints. So I don't know, maybe because acrylics are considered as plastic paints or something like that, something that the camera is not um, focusing on. And I tried filters to bring my paintings as close as possible to the real work. I have tried those things, never worked, but yeah, I post them nevertheless. So this is going to be a challenge for me. I don't want to stop acrylics. I don't want to make it a seasonal medium, because right now that's what comes in my mind. Like, summers are here, I stop doing acrylics. In winters, I start with acrylics. Um, that sounds so funny. No, I don't want to do that. I would love to continue doing acrylics anytime, anywhere, as and when I wish. I just don't know what to do. For now, I definitely do not want to change curtains, because my curtains are huge here. The windows are top to bottom kind of windows. They're not half windows and half walls. They are huge windows, and I genuinely cannot be changing curtains, not at this point of time when things are, sort of little difficult around here. So I don't want to get into the expenditure part. Now here, now you will see, I'm sorry, I just interrupted it. I pulled the curtains and I am back with this painting, and when I look at it, I feel this is much better than what was happening in the daytime. But in the morning time, I paint in the morning, and I feel the warm colors show, in a very weird fashion. This one, however, looks better to me, but painting at 3 o'clock is absolutely not convenient for me, because there are my kid comes from school. No, it's just it's not a convenient time for me. The best time to paint is in the morning, and I really have to find a way to make it work. I don't think this one looks very bad. I don't see any glare happening out here, so which is a good sign. Maybe I have to modify certain things, and we'll have to see how it works. This paper, thankfully, is taking the yellows, uh, way better than what I thought. Um, I chose this because I have been struggling to get the vibrancy in browns in on this paper. So I added loads of browns, shades of browns. So yeah, experimenting, to be very honest, experimenting with different colors, different shades, mixing two colors and seeing. And the more I see this painting now, I can see that the browns are showing better in this light. And I don't know, I really cannot paint at this time of the day. However, I'm going to do my best. I'll have to see what works here for me. I might have to change my room, or I might have to somehow find a way to make this thing work. It's not going to be an overnight change, but honestly, I think I like the way uh, these colors are showing up at this time of the day. Well, I'll have to see what to do now, right? Isn't it? So experimenting is what I love to do. So I'm going to keep doing it. It is a sketchbook, so I don't have to particularly be focused on creating absolutely perfect pieces of artwork. These are hit and trial things. I'm taking each painting as a thumbnail for something bigger in future, and it's going to be a challenge to see how I manage to, uh, you know, I'm going to take some time, of course, to film things at different times of the day and find a way to make it work for me. So, this is part of one's journey, I think, and you know, the more you experiment, the more you show up for your artworks, the better you get to know your surroundings. You get to know what is happening around you, what is happening inside your head, you know. Because I was quite okay with how things were going on, and suddenly I was like, what happened to my browns? And then it just came back. Everything came rushing back. I realized what had happened. One of the reasons why I didn't continue with acrylics was I was trying to find a solution, but instead of really finding a solution, I jumped right ahead into a new medium. No regrets whatsoever, so not complaining, but yes, that's a fact that happened. And that's what a sketchbook does. It makes you have fun, it gives you experience, you learn from experience, and I am definitely learning. And I'm also realizing the more I am staring at myself painting it, I'm realizing that maybe I will have to, sort of look into my time management skills and see if I can indeed paint around this time of the day. I'm hoping I'm going to find something easier and a better way, but we will see about it. We'll see how it goes. And more experiments coming up for me, I guess. I cannot do anything, but I do need to know that if I'm showing a painting, I'm showing the true colors to you. And that seems to be a challenge for me right now, especially with my browns and yellows. And I'm really looking forward to making more paintings on paper, watercolor, acrylics, everything, and and have a good time. I have 60 sketchbooks to fill in. Looking forward to having a fantastic time. So if you guys have sketchbooks, take them out, have fun, experiment, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, and just enjoy the process. So if you like this video, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, have a fantastic time, explore as much as you can, and please don't give up like how I okay, I do agree, I didn't give up, but it was very close to that. I just moved on into another medium. Stick to it, understand your supplies, and have a fantastic time. Bye bye.